Morning, it is Saturday. Welcome to another Lockdown Live. My name is Kevin Guthrie. I'm a local psychotherapist, and we do these Lockdown Lives because I guess for me, I know it's a difficult time, and I just wanted to be able to offer little tips and guidance to people just to be able to survive this particular period of COVID time and the winter just a little bit healthier. So welcome, it's Saturday, a little bit miserable outside today, but I do believe, looking at the weather forecast, it's going to clear up. So get outside and have a walk later. Today I wanted to look at sleep. Before we dip into sleep, welcome to any home radio listeners. If you're not listening to home radio, you can listen to home radio on DAB digital radio. You can enable your Alexa by just saying, this is really good, set your Alexas off. Alexa, enable home radio. And Home Radio UK it is. I believe Matt might be on the airwaves at the moment. Anyway, so we are going live on Home Radio's Facebook page as well. Welcome to those who are tuning in. Please let me know that you can hear me okay, and welcome. I keep saying that, don't I? We're going to talk about sleep. Why are we going to talk about sleep? We're going to talk about sleep because somebody not recommended it. Somebody asked for it. That's what they did. They asked for it. Morning, James. Sleep. You know, sleep is so powerful, and yet we underestimate the power of sleep all the time. We underestimate it because it's the one thing that we do every day that allows the body to reset, but also the mind to reset. I was listening to a podcast on this yesterday, and it was fascinating in terms of how the mind almost like recalibrates itself whilst we sleep. If we're getting good sleep, that's the key. If we're getting good sleep, it is so powerful. It's better for productivity and concentration. It lowers weight gain risk. Who knew that? I didn't know that. It lowers the risk of heart disease. It allows more social and emotional interaction and intelligence. You know what I mean? The power of good sleep is just absolutely it's immense. Okay, and really important. Yeah, I do feel as humans that we underestimate it in some ways. So how do we get better sleep? I have a particular way of looking at this, and as I was listening to the podcast yesterday, doing some research on this, my particular way of doing this didn't completely align with the neuroscientist that I was listening to. Uh, Not that I'm a neuroscientist, but I want this to come from a more practical level, I guess. The first thing I want to talk to you about is creating a routine. We have to create a routine. We have to create a bedtime routine. So try to go to bed at a regular time. So I don't know. Let's say for me it's 10 o'clock. So by 9 o'clock, I know that by 10 o'clock I will be in bed. So at that time, everything starts getting shut down. Lower the lighting in the house for that last hour. Lower the lighting in the house. Try and get rid of your any mobile devices. The other thing about a good night's sleep is, and I always say a good night's sleep starts first thing in the morning. Why? Because we get up and we start our day. Be careful of, and I know I say this a lot, be careful of how much caffeine you drink. Try and stop drinking caffeine at about 1 o'clock in the day. Go to decaffeinated coffee, go to decaffeinated tea. If you're drinking Coca-Cola, go to decaffeinated Coca-Cola, because it's quite lovely. You know what I mean? There's no issue with that at all. So we're cutting out on stimulants for at least 1 o'clock. We're not watching high anxiety TV before we go to bed. So we're not watching murder mysteries and dramas on how to make a murderer and stuff like that. We're not doing any of that because it's just going to stimulate the body and stimulate the mind. And here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. If you want a good night's sleep, how do you expect that you're going to stimulate the body by caffeine, alcohol, sugar, high anxiety TV, and then get into bed and just, it's not going to happen. We have to teach the mind that when we go to bed at 10 o'clock, that is our downtime. The mind will begin to make connections, and then the mind will go bed, sleep. That's what happens in bed. So also, we're not really going to do things like watch TV in bed. It's just not good for us. So there's the main points. Cut down on stimulants. There's a category called stimulants. Stimulants for me are things like alcohol, caffeine, sugar, high anxiety TV. Watch something that's fluffy. Watch something that makes you laugh a little bit. The other thing that I heard the other day, which was a really good tip I felt, was make sure that an hour before you go to bed that you have done your bedtime routine. So by that I mean make sure you have brushed your teeth, taken your makeup off, moisturize your face if that's what you want to do. All of those little things that you would do, because what happens again is as we go up to bed, then we might have a bedtime routine that is very kind of, well, I must do this and I must do that, and I haven't done this and I haven't flossed and I haven't brushed my teeth and I haven't. Do that an hour before, and then when you're sat downstairs and you're watching something very gentle on TV, you can walk upstairs at your bed, at your chosen bedtime, and then just get into bed and go to sleep. Phone can be in the bedroom if you want it to be, but make sure it's on the other side of the bedroom. Okay, so there's just some really, really simple tips. Start planning a good night's sleep first thing in the morning. The other thing you could really do with this is you could deep breathe all day. I talk about deep breathing quite a lot. And if you were to deep breathe every hour, what you do is you lower your energy in your body, and you create a much calmer body. And again, then when you go to bed, there's more chance you're going to go to bed, and well, there's more chance that you're going to go to sleep. You're going to sleep for longer, and you're going to sleep for deeper. Okay, because that's what we need. We need a REM sleep. What I'm going to do with sleep, because it's such a massive subject and it's so important to us, is I'm going to take it to next Wednesday's live. So every Wednesday we do an hour's live. It goes from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And next week we're going to look at sleep, and we're going to really dip into this. We're going to really kind of go deep into why we need sleep, and but more importantly, it's not just about why, but how we get better sleep. Okay, it's a great group of people in there sharing some really interesting information, but I do want to look at sleep in a deeper way. At the minute, a lot of people's fight or flight systems are very activated. They're very kind of elevated at the minute because of what's happening out there. And we have to, during the day, pull this down, be as calm and as peaceful as we possibly can whilst there's a pandemic happening out there. I know. And then we can then go to bed and have a better sleep. So I'm going to look at that a little bit deeper next Wednesday, 7 o'clock till 8 o'clock. You can catch me here on Guthrie Therapy's Facebook page. And also, the other thing about the Wednesday live is if you've got any questions you want to feed in before the live and you want me to answer on air but privately without your name attached, then please do that. I will happily answer anything that you want answering. Anything that is bothering you right now, I am happy to answer that. Okay. I'm all about well-being. I'm obviously all about mental health because of what I do. So please use next Wednesday's live to tap into that. The other thing I do with these mini lives, because these are only about 8 or 9, oh, we've done 8 minutes already, lower than 10 minutes, is we look at the Action for Happiness calendar. Every day on the Action for Happiness calendar, it gives you like a little task, which I absolutely love. And today's is, I say this every day, I love these, and I love this one. Get outside, which is what I want you to do anyway. I think it's stopped raining now, but wherever you are, get outside. Even if it is raining, put a big coat on, get an umbrella, get outside and walk. Oh, I've got a tip to share for you on walking. So get outside and share 5 things that are notice 5 things that are beautiful. A leaf, a sky, a cloud, a wall. I'm looking at a wall over there, and it's really quite beautiful. Anything, 5 things that you find quite beautiful. What it does is in the mind, and it starts to program the mind in a much healthier way, because we are seeing and noticing things that are beautiful. I passed, what did I see the other day? I passed a wall, and over the wall it was full of clematis or clematis, however you want to say it. And there was massive buds on this clematis. I was like, where have they come from? Why is there massive buds? But I remember noticing it and thinking, when they open, they're going to be really beautiful. A tip on being outside and walking, and this is something I learned yesterday. Walking the dog is not walking. Well, it is. It is walking, but it's not probably enough. So I've noticed this, because if I'm outside and I'm walking with the dogs, my 2 little gorgeous little dogs, they are peeing and they're pooing and they're sniffing and then they're sniffing some more and then they're sniffing some more, and I can actually find myself more stressed when I come back from a walk with the dogs than if I just go out walking on my own. So what I do now is I go and walk the dogs. They get their little legs stretched, and they do everything they've got to do, and then I bring the dogs back, and then I go back out for another hour, and I march and I listen to a podcast, and then I just go and walk for a good long time. Walking the dogs is not necessarily good enough in terms of maintaining our mental health right now. Okay, I'm not saying that walking the dogs is bad for you, because it's definitely not. And if that's all you can manage right now is getting out and walking the dogs, then so be it. But please try and add on, if you can add on a much longer, stronger, more vigorous walk after that, because that is going to be really, really good for your mental health. Okay, I'm going to go because I have talked for long enough now. So remember, with sleep, a good night's sleep starts earlier on in the day. Be careful of your stimulants. Stimulants are caffeine, sugar, high anxiety TV, and what's the other one that I always forget? I can't remember. Alcohol, probably. Sugar, alcohol, caffeine. Caffeine's a big one, and high anxiety TV, and also social media as well. That can also stimulate us, but not in a very, very healthy way. Next week, we're going to look at sleep in a little bit deeper way, a deeper level, next Wednesday, 7 o'clock till 8 o'clock on the Wednesday night live, Wellness Wednesday. That's it. I'm going. If you've got any questions, please feed them in here. If there's any subjects that you want covering, then please feed them in. I am happy to cover any subjects that you want covering, as long as it comes under the umbrella of wellness, okay, and particularly mental health. Okay, don't forget, you can share these feeds with anybody you want to share them with. Anybody you think that would be helpful for, you can share them, and they are also now appearing on my YouTube channel, which I think you can find at Guthrie Therapy. Everything I record now is going onto there, so this live will be there in the next 24 hours or so once I've managed to put it up. Okay, take care. I wish you a wonderful weekend, and I will be back on Tuesday. So we operate Tuesday to Saturday with these mini lives. I'll be back on Tuesday at 8:15 with another subject for you. Okay, take care. Please be kind to yourself, and please be kind to everybody around you. It's tough out there at the minute, and compassion is in short supply. So please, please, please try. Okay, take care. Bye bye.